Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy and we are on build number 5 of our, I always forget the name of it. It's Santa's Toy Shop. It is the Story Frame series. Why can I not remember that? But it's Santa's Workshop, and on our last video, and if you're watching it as they come out or in the playlist, I apologize that build number 4 was a two-parter. I obviously at some point hit a button, I don't know, and turned it off. But I caught it right away, so we didn't lose any of the building. It just was two parts, sorry. But anyways, we did what we're finishing up today. It's called they call it the desktop, but it's actually like the window seal. So we have our hilarious magic ball, which I'm assuming is supposed to be like a snow globe. That is like the funniest thing. It was just a sticker stuck on a marble. Our little gingerbread and bear and our little house we built here. And then we have done our sidewalk sign, which I really like. Whoops. I do like this. I didn't have to use it. Usually it's like 2 pieces of this wood, and I put a little bit of cardboard, kind of mimicking this bit of wood. So I really like this. Just not crazy that the sticker is now, oh well, but it's very cute. And then we have our boxes, which okay, Rolife, I love these boxes. No glue needed. They are not coming apart. I have kind of bobbled them all over the desk yesterday on trying to look for something, and they're not coming apart. There's no glue or tape on these. These are just literally folded up like an actual box. I've never done boxes like this. Never had them. They were pre-scored, so I knew right where to bend. There was no problems. I think on one of them, was it this one? I kind of glued a little bit on the side. They were kind of pop, but it was so minimal, and I didn't feel it necessary on any of the others. So, yeah, and then this one is so cute. 4 little beads in there. I wish I had stuck the piece of paper. I wish I had glued the paper in, because they do kind of move around, but once it's placed, it'll be fine. That is such a cute idea. So I think it's supposed to be like the Christmas tree balls decorations, ornaments. So cute. So we were working on with our ribbon, and I got flustered yesterday because I don't know why the phone turn off thing just kind of threw me. So we did wrap up one of them. Now this had a logo on the box, says Merry Christmas, and then they literally put on in the picture, this ribbon is down the center, and then this tag is right over it. You don't see it, so I just kind of put them down around that mostly. So, do it as you wish. Put that ribbon there. So, and then we have to put ribbon on, is it 3 more? I don't know. I had to turn the page. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, this one is getting red. This is our other one that's getting red. We did that one. This one and this one are both getting gold. Now, it seems very silly to me that we're putting gold and a sticker on top of this that already has a decoration, but okay. And the only thing I can assume, because they did not give us actual measurements, is these do say 1 to 1. So I think this is the actual measurement of our ribbon. So here, and then to the cut line. Now you saw, if you watched the last one on this one, my short, the one that went around narrow, was a little bit long, and that is because I went to there. So I'm thinking those are pretty accurate. But that is the tape, so I'm going to go ahead and cut to the actual line. And I have my better scissors today, so I'm not going to maul up these ribbons like the last time. So I'm trying to show you guys. I'm going to just measure out and then cut right there. And we're just going to hope that it works. because I have found no other measurements at all. And then this is the ribbon that they all tied up, and it's all crinkly. I don't like it. Okay. And then they tell us to use double-sided tape on it, and they do give you that little, I already tossed mine because I hated them. They do give you that little sheet of little itty-bitty strips of double-sided tape that I hated. So I'm going to use my own. I do have score tape, 1/8 inch, and it is perfect for these. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay this on here. This one's all crinkled up, and so it's a little difficult, but we'll get it. Oh, my tape got turned. What are you doing? Nope. Now I know this kind of seems like a pain, but I love this double-sided tape. It's so much better than glue. I mean, if you don't have the double-sided tape, obviously, you know, if you don't want to use theirs, and you don't have any other, glue will absolutely work. It's fine. And that's what I used to use all the time. But once I was suggested this double-sided tape from a viewer on, I think it was Beatific Atelier, the little first little tailor shop, sewing shop that I did. Oh, game changer, I'm telling you, game changer. And I do have some thicker stuff. I just got like off of Temu, like a big old 20-pack of small little rolls. And it's about double this size, so I think it's probably a 1/4 inch. And it works. But on this little itty-bitty stuff, this 1/8 inch is so perfect. Only if I can get it lined up. Oh. This is a me problem, not a tape problem. So I'm having some issues. It is cold here. I know not as cold as some areas, but I'm in Arizona, and we're in like the 60s, and windy bad. And my arthritis in my hand, especially my right hand, is really acting up. So if you see me kind of, yeah, it's sore today. I almost didn't want to build, but I don't have any stock pile of my builds like I usually do. I've only been building once a day because I only have 5 kits. Well, one I actually have to still return and replace. So I don't want to go hog wild, you know, build 4 or 5 times, 3, 4 or 5 times a day, and then be out of builds in a few weeks. So just taking my time. Okay, we gotta get this tape up on here. Oh wait, I'm gonna do the short side first. Okay, so it's gonna go on this bigger one. I think I usually use my X-Acto blade for this, don't I? I'm like, what's wrong? Whoop. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and this is going, yours is a little bit high, so we'll just go like right across. And then down the sides. I'm just going to trim the littlest bit off just because I don't want it to stick over that corner. That is a much better fit. Much better fit. Okay. So now the bigger piece. There we go. And they do go down kind of like the side instead of in the perfect middle, so I'm going to go ahead and do that too. But theirs is on this side, but their little snowman is on the up. They put it down the left, but their snowman's on the right. My snowman's more on the left, so I'm going to go on the right. And that's just because, I mean, no real reason. See how easy this tape makes it? Oh, so lovely. Okay, there we go. Now, they don't give us a measurement for that. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we were supposed to cut 2 of those? No. What? Why does it say ×2? Because we did this one and it just had one length ×2. And so that was the 2 pieces. And then for this one, it has, so that was A and length A, and length B and length C says ×2. Why do we need ×2? And then C, oh, okay, that would have been way too much. So what, okay, I misread this, I'm sorry. So this is the length B, right? And ×2. So they say to do both of those wrap around. Well, I didn't feel like it needed that much length on it. It was perfect length. And then this length is ×2, and that's what you're supposed to use for the bow. I think that is way too, okay, but we're going to cut in the middle. Okay, so why would you need 2 of them then? I don't understand. So that's B, and then there's C and C, so that's a half of each of one of those. Why would you need 2 though? I don't know. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and cut one length of that. We'll just put it about there. I think it's going to be entirely too much because that went around the shallow end. And then we'll cut it in half. I'm curious if their bow is going to work because it's kind of like how I do my bows because I am horrible at making bows. Okay, and then they say to just fold, like, fell right out of my hand, fold like a quarter of it down. It is, sorry, it is the way that this is getting pinched, right? Okay. And it says to use, okay, I'm going to try their glue dots, their tape dots, whatever, these little thingies. We'll see how it works. So we're supposed to put one of these on the center part where our ribbon crosses over. Oh, it's actually colored. Oh, but no, that should be the top, should have a film on it, right? Yeah, so now we have to take the film off. That's probably what's covered. Colored. I can talk today. let me try it on here. It's double-sided adhesive dot, so that's got to come off, right? The whole thing came off. But now, yeah, I can see it's clear underneath. So it's just like a colored top so you know that it's still on. Oh, this is frustrating. I mean, it's got good adhesion. It stuck to my finger like really good, but I can't get that top paper off. No, I'm just taking the whole thing up. Huh. Okay, well. Let's give it another go. Wow, this is this is some good glue dots, that's for sure. Double-sided tape dots, whatever we call them. Oh, there we go. Didn't it come up? Yes, okay. We got that colored paper off. Okay, so now there's just a clear dot there, and I shouldn't have doubled that up because it doesn't sit right, but that's okay. So now we want obviously we want to tuck it underneath the small part underneath, because if you put it on top and then stick it on a glue dot, it's just going to lift up. So if we put it under, now they're showing it pretty much straight. I kind of want it to go a bit of it at an angle, right? Because we want it to show the bow. And I made sure I only put it on half of the circle, so I have another half of the circle for this one. So again, just folding down about a quarter of it to the halfway mark, and then that's how they have it put on. But I like to just kind of, well, I want to go the other way this time. I like to just kind of angle that little piece just a little bit. It's not quite enough. There we go, that's a better angle. And then, oh no. It covered up all the glue dot. There we go. I found a little edge. Now that one didn't. Yeah, because you know what? I'm gonna just take a little piece of this tape. And stick it. So maybe you might want to put a, they don't show a second glue dot. I would put, if I didn't have this double-sided tape, I would have put another glue dot on top of here. I'd have done one and then a glue dot, one bow, a glue dot, the second bow. That's what I would have done if I'd have known, but we already got this second one stuck down, so we don't want to try to pry it up, but we do need to make that bit of the bow. There we go. So that, oh. At least it's a resemblance of a bow. But then we want, what is it? That was in 3, right? No, we don't put anything on there? No, nothing on there. Okay. That bow's kind of looking funky. I kind of wish there was something to hide that middle. Well, there, it's a little better now. We kind of spread. Get that bow spread a little bit more. Come on. Okay, well, there's gift box number 2. Not perfect, but better than some I've made in the past. All right, now we need the gold ribbon, and we're gonna do 2 here. Now it does show that cut mark there, but I'm gonna go ahead and just, we have plenty, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do the length. And it says 2 of them. And then this shows 2 of these cut in half. I don't know why. I'm gonna do 1 cut in half for now. If I need a second one, I can always cut more, but I don't know. I don't quite understand why you need 2 of these cut in half for the ribbon. Now this is a very, very small box, so. Okay, and then double-sided tape. Sorry. That hurts when I'm trying to, oh. Shoots all the way up my arm. Dang arthritis. Trying to do the easiest way without totally sticking it all over my fingers. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's get these, oh, this is going to be for the little box. Let's get them wrapped around that. Come on, let go. Release. There. Nope, nope. There you go. Oh, we're a bit little bit crooked. That's okay. Right, and then oh, you know what? I did that last one. I'm going to cut that excess because it just kind of gets too bulky. Whoop. Oh, come on, would you just... There, so it's a little bit better. Can you lift it up? Yeah, okay. And then crisscross on the other way. I'm just going to kind of go to the edge of the first piece. I mean, there's a little bit of overlap. It doesn't really matter. You can do it however you like. Just kind of sit kind of weird. All right, and then the same thing with these two for the ribbon. So cut a little piece. I'm not going to use the dots this time, just because I didn't like them. I mean, they're okay. They're just kind of a pain. So we will just stick a little square of my tape on here. And then I'm going to try this one like they do, just basically, well, no, do they? No, it shows at an angle, so it is bent a little bit of an angle. It's kind of a hard angle to get, though. Why am I having so much trouble with me? Maybe because it's smaller, maybe? Okay, and now I'm also going to put another little square tape on top of that because we learned from the last one that one of these pretty much takes up most of that tape. As much as I love this tape, I just wish there was a little easier way to get the top of the tape off. It's kind of a pain, but, you know, I would take it over glue any day, at least on the material. What is wrong with this? Oh, I'm doing it backwards. So I went to the right on this one. I want to go to the left on this one. I mean, out to the left and then in. What am I? I don't even know what I'm saying. I want the bow to angle to the left. Oh, come on, just tuck in there. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Nope, not. You were close. And then you moved. Come on, just. You're almost right where I want you, and then you move. Sorry, guys, I'm just. The smaller pieces are a bit harder to get bent in the way I want them, and that's going to be close enough. It's not exact. It's close enough. I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong. These look weird. Like, I think the bow should come on top, but then we would have to glue them to itself and then to the box. So I think that's what is throwing me off. I don't know. I mean, it shows how theirs is. Honestly, it's very similar to how theirs looks. So, and that one is just a little bit tucked back in there, because you're a little bit too far out. Okay, well, it is what it is. There is box number 3, and then our last one, which to me is just silly because it already has decorations on it, but okay. We're not putting a bow on this one, so we only need 2 of these measurements. Or thereabouts. Double side tape these. Oh, there. This is why when I was flustered yesterday, I could not do these, because I knew it would be, you know, very intricate work. It's just that they're so small. Obviously, they're miniatures, right? But with it just, you know, not it being very narrow, it makes it a little bit difficult. And I just knew yesterday after I did that first one, and then I got frustrated with the recording. I was like, nope, I'm gonna end up throwing something across the room if I tried to do this yesterday at the end of that video. I knew I would have. So I was like, no, we're good, we'll wait. So I'm glad I waited till today. Alright, I think that's it for the tape, at least now. So I feel like if we don't go right over the top of this one, because the ribbon is like printed on this one, it's gonna look funny. Whereas on that one, it wasn't printed, so I could put it wherever. But I feel like if I don't follow that center ribbon line, it's just gonna look really weird. So we will just like before, I'm going to cut the excess. So they're tiniest bit apart. That's fine. Because it's the bottom, you won't see it. Get off my finger. Stick to something else, please. Thank you. And our second one. Come on, release, release. What am I doing wrong? Some days they just like pop right off almost, and days like today, like it's a struggle. There we go. A little bit crooked. We'll just straighten that out a little bit. Sorry if you can hear my dog. She's got to say good morning to the whole neighborhood. And she started at 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah, not a happy camper. I was already awake, but she woke everybody else up at 7. All right, and then in 3, which is our stickers, in 3, which is actually our, yes, it is our last sticker. Little square here, and you know me. Whoop! I'm gonna put a little glue on it. I just use Aleene's original tacky glue. You don't have to. I just don't trust the stickers in pretty much any of these kits anymore at all. Yeah, if that's right. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it right in the center. It is gonna cover up pretty much that hole underneath. You can see a little bit of the Merry Christmas under the gold ribbon, but I don't know why. Okay. All right, now, oh, I forgot to set up my glue. 1 second. I do dampen a paper towel, squeeze it out really, 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 really good. I don't want it to be wet. I put it down in a little cuppy. This one's not optimal because it does have a tendency to get top heavy and tip over. I keep my glue down in there. The damp paper towel keeps it moist from getting tacky and stuck, and then that keeps it ready to flow. Okay, so we've already created, now I gotta skip because we've cut ahead. So now we need to put which one? This box, the first one we did, and the little red box. Okay, you know what? Let me, one second. Where are, I've rearranged my drawers and I can't find anything anymore. What if I put, I'm not liking those bows. So I'm just gonna go into my stash. And what if I put like, oh, that'll be, at least it would, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. Give it a little bit of a, kind of like a little bit of a camouflage effect on the horridness of that center of that bow. And generally I put the beads, these are just little seed beads up and down. I'm going to put the hole on the side. So a little bit of Aleene's on the ribbon, a little bit of super glue on the bead, and then I'm just going to stick that in the middle. Okay, it's not like great, and some of you may not like it, but I kind of like, just gives a little bit of camouflage to that center weirdness, because it did look like really weird. So, and then I'm going to use a gold one on here. I think a little bit of a bigger one. Since it's a bigger box, yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, that's a design fail because, whoops, I moved the box, the container, and half of them just fell down. Okay. I will fix that another day. Whoop, up, up, up. What are you doing? Okay, it does just give it a little something better. Okay, so on our little desk front, now this is where we're going to have some issues. So it's this little one here and the little square one. Okay, they've got to go in this little space, but they can't cover this little spot here. So they have the little square one there. Like it totally covers up our little candy cane at the door. And then this one sits here. Now, like I was saying in the last video, if this were my design, I would want to, like, I would just like change the angle, give it a little bit more room, but I can't because this is put into the holes on the base. So, okay, we might have to just move our candy cane guy a bit more. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. Okay. And that's what I meant. It's a little top heavy at times. Okay. So we're gonna just shove you as close to the gingerbread man as we can. Please stay. Okay. And then you go in and back as far as possible. Oh, I don't know. And then this little tab goes slot in the, down in the slot. Now last time I put a little bit of glue on the top of the slot. We don't need to because it's going to fold underneath. So stick that down in that little slot. And this was why I had some trouble. Okay, so now see it comes underneath. You can see it sticking out there. First off, we want this down. Okay, I'm going to put just a dab of glue on the back of the paper and then bend it under. So now, as soon as that holds, the other one held. So they're tucked up underneath there. I think they're like the dollar sign. It says like $22, and that has a dollar sign, but then it's not really a 1, it's like a /22. I don't know what that means, but okay. Oh, whoops, you went all the way down. Okay, there you go. All right, and that, my gifts are not all the way down. Okay, that is what they now call the desktop. Their words. Okay, so let me get a little bit of room here. We'll just push all these off to the side, all this tape and ribbon mess. These ribbons stick to something besides my fingers. Okay, there we go. All right, now what are we doing? Okay, we need some more pieces. A5 and A6. So the little black one. Okay, so it's A5 is right here. Oh, it would help if I pushed on the piece, not underneath it. And A6, okay. This has a star. I think they give us 2 pieces. A6, so there's 2 of them. And generally, if there's a star on it, in my experience, it means it's an extra piece, because we only need 1 of these. So be careful. I'm trying to be careful. I should cut it out. I know I should cut it out. When I first started, I didn't know to cut these out. My first couple kits didn't say that, like most of them do now. And I had a lot of scrolly pieces like this. Like if you're not careful, that little scroll is very easy to break, or these little tips here. I broke so many of my first pieces because, oh goodness gracious, I was just like, you're gonna come out of there, right? And I would just force them. Now when I talk about pieces of wood getting stuck from the main board that we sand off, pieces like, you know, like that, you can just take off, but that's mostly what I'm looking to knock down. I get little burrs, and then I'm going to just use my acrylic paint marker brush tip, and you see that light line there that kind of stripped that. I will cover that up too. Now, just like always, this is just my little extra touch that I like to do. You do not have to do this, it's not necessary. And you can fast forward past this part if you don't want to watch, but this has just become a typical part of my builds now. I'm going to, I used to not sand my sides either. I would take my nail and kind of scrape it across. And be like, good enough, but I sand them now, or at least try to, when I remember, and I generally color them all, so. It just gives it, when you've done a lot of these, like I know a lot of you are builders, and you've done many, many multiple builds. I need to redo a count. I'm pretty sure I'm in the 50s now. I know a while back I was in the 40s. My castle was build number 40. My sister builds, the castle that I did was, so maybe I'm not, if I'm not in the 50, I'm close, right? This to me just, but you can get bored, you know? Because we kind of do a lot of the same pieces in general. This build's had some nice variations though, I gotta say. I like when a build kind of isn't the typical pieces over and over. Makes it very nice. But this also just is just another dimension that I've added to kind of give those builds a little something else. don't always do like the inside curlies, but this one I thought it really, really stood out, especially once I blacked out the sides. It like really, that brown inside really stood out, and I didn't really care for it. So here we go. Okay, and then we need E9, E10, and E7. E is our big block of wood, our big board. E7, 9, and 10. Okay. Ah, sorry. Ooh, that stung. Just in case, like I said, I've just been building once a day, so I don't have an excess of videos recorded and waiting for upload. So if you just happen to not see me for a few days, it's okay. It's just, I have a feeling my fingers, my hand, my arthritis might give me some trouble. So just in case, just a heads up. And then E10. But don't worry, we'll get back, and hopefully I won't miss any, but if so, we'll finish it up. Okay, so let me sand first, because I'm going to play with this one a little bit. And actually, okay. These thicker ones do come off fairly well. Oh, that's a notch. That's a notch in the wood that's supposed to be there. A step, not a wood. Okay, so I'm going to take my brown, right? And I'm going to do underneath, just to, I know it doesn't really add much, it just kind of evens out the brown. This is pretty good. I probably don't even need to do this on this, but we're doing it, so oh well. We're already there. Okay, now because the top is snow covered, I'm going to take my white acrylic paint pen and I'm gonna wipe the tops. It's just fun little bits like these that just, you know, make it still enjoyable, not so routine. If I have any brown showing through, it's like, oh, just a little melted spot, a little thin spot of the snow, I guess. I don't know. I think it's cute. And I like these brush markers, like, because that can get into those smaller corners versus a stiffer tip. Yep, I like it a lot. No, the white is, see, I don't think if I use anything except the acrylic paint ones, I don't think I would get as much coverage of the white, because this is such a dark brown that I think it would, Oh, we didn't really need to do that part of the limb. That was underneath. Oh well. I think it would have too much trouble trying to cover up that dark brown. But honestly, the only other white one I have, I think, is the chalk markers, I think. And I don't know. They might, because being chalk, I don't know. I didn't try them. I just really like these acrylic paint ones. Although you do pretty much, except for the black, have to do like 2 coats. But I'm okay with that. And this was, when I first started out, this was something I never thought to do. I would have never thought about this. It's just, like I said, staving off that boredom and going like, again, because how many ways can you make a bed? Like, there's a couple. There's only a couple. You know, so, yeah. Quick second pass. You don't have to be as in depth as the first one because most of it's covered. Okay, I really do like that. You know what? I'm gonna just hit like the edges of the tree. Like, I'm not going to worry about going up underneath or anything. Just going to get like where the snow would be left on it. I'm not going to do the star. Okay. But actually, I am going to do the star, but I'm going to use the yellow. Yeah, if you'd have put yellow of, I'm not going to say all markers, but most markers on this dark brown, it would literally have just like faded away. You wouldn't see anything, but these ones are working for me. Okay. Now what are we doing? I don't know. I got carried away coloring. Sorry, guys. All right, F1. What is F? Oh, it is our, okay. F1, these two. Sorry. It hurts. What did I do? Nope. Oh, that is the white one. I move things for 1 second and I'm lost. I can't find them. I don't know where this is going, so I don't know if we're going to see it or not. It looks like it's probably just a base, so we're probably not going to see it, but you know, just in case. I don't even know where I'm at time-wise. I honestly have not been paying attention. Let's see. Oh, we're at an hour. Oh. Okay. Actually, this probably works because we're not assembling this right now. I don't know why we got all these out and now we're not doing anything with them. Because next we're going to be making our little light. So let's do a quick sneak peek. I totally missed this. No, I got it. I just missed that one side. I don't know. Almost done here. I don't think I missed any of them. I just didn't get real good coverage. Because I'm kind of like going like, I probably don't even need to do these. But it's always the time I don't do it and thinking, oh, I don't need it, and then I need it. Okay, so next time we'll pull our bits for our wire. We're going to make our little chandelier and put it into the top window eave there. Oh, we will install our desktop, the window sill. And then, okay, and then we're going to put our two bits together. Our leaves, our tree, wrap it around 7 times. I don't know what we're wrapping. We'll figure it out. Oh, I think the wire. Wiring. Okay. Seems very small. So yeah. So I think we'll mostly just be working on our wiring next time, probably. But let's see how close we can get to getting this top window seal and roof line onto the base, and then see about getting some of these installed. I don't know where we're going with this, but I do really like that I put the little bead on there, because it just changed it. It did turn out like super cute. Just like the little jumble mess hodgepodge of things. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Honestly, you're the true rock stars, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you on the next build. Bye.